Greetings, humans and fellow fairy creatures. We're back after 2 weeks. Honestly, I thought I was going to be gone longer. Here we are. I'm finally back. We're back to playing the game that we left off with when I took a break. It's A Link to the Past. Are we going to get to Turtle Rock today, Devin?
I hope not.
I hope not.
I hope not.
Devin really isn't ready for it. He's not, he doesn't feel turtly enough for the Turtle Rock, right?
Nope.
Yeah, so, well, we'll see. Maybe Devin will, grow a backbone and go to Turtle Rock anyway.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Anyway, how's everyone doing tonight? Yesterday, there was some, sort of uncertainty on whether or not I would be able to stream Friday tomorrow. But it turns out I am. It was just, there was something going on at work that, they were pretty sure wasn't going to happen tomorrow, but, nothing was confirmed yet. So I just kind of had to keep that possibility open. Like, I knew, like, that they were going to cancel it, but, again, like, if it just turned out for the 1% chance that they didn't actually cancel the thing, I would have to come into work, potentially, and in that case I would have to postpone the flower stream, but it was canceled, as many were expecting it to, and so flower will continue on tomorrow. Flowers. What else have we been up to in the past couple of days? Anything new with you, Devin?
I got a second job
Where at?
at a bakery.
Bakery.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, Devin has been wanting to get a bakery job for quite some time, and he's no doubt happy that it's finally happened.
Yeah.
He had a baking job back in his old town, but he got this line cook job because I know one of the co-owners there, and it's okay. Like, it's not like a difficult job or anything like that. It's just not where his heart's at, so he wanted to go back into baking.
It's a job for money, not for passion.
Mm-hmm. Can't really think of a whole lot that has been new with me. Oh, I shaved. No more mustache.
Yeah.
You just noticed that?
Sorry.
I shaved it like July 1st.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Devin teases me out how I thought that his eyes were blue. I didn't know the color of his eyes, but then here he is, not even realizing I've been mustacheless for 11 days, and he only just realized it today.
Sorry.
Anyway, I assume, Devin, you want to get into your game.
Yeah.
Link to the past. Here we are. Is everything okay?
I guess?
I know, you just kept on staring over at the mixer.
Because I was waiting for the game to start up.
A second, just turn that down. Sorry!
I haven't even had a chance to start yet.
I know. So we left off on a cliffhanger, didn't we?
Oh, I don't think I beat the boss yet at the...
You have it, yeah. We did what we did the last couple of times we've been playing this game, where you get to the boss battle and you chicken out and you're like, I'm done playing for the night. You know, teasing you is my love language, you know that, right?
Yeah, I just shot an arrow for no reason.
Pooped an arrow.
I'm missing one more extra item. Green for it. Oh yeah, my fairies. Which I have none. That's why. I must have died and ran out of fairies.
That's probably what happened. I forget. So this... Sorry. Moving. What's this boss like again? Not the one with the moving platforms, right?
No, no, leave me alone. Can't remember right now. Oh, I think it was the eyeball that, was icy, maybe. And I think I got to the final part of it and I just died and didn't realize I was out of fairies.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It has been 2 weeks, so... We are a little bit rusty. And by we, I mean you. And me too. It just, it's been 2 weeks of not doing any streaming apart from movie night.
Ow, my butt. Yes. Oh, Link stuck in the void.
The good thing about not really having streamed for a little while is it's given me some...
That bird just died.
Got caught in the crossfire.
That's what it gets for bothering me. Alright. And... Whoops, that's not the right button. I got all the items now.
It's like with the Kana Castle, where there's that part where you have to use a powder keg on the roof to explode the roof in. And usually there's one of those crow creatures, those annoying crow creatures that flies at you. Flying at you right as the power keg goes off. And power keg usually takes the bird with it.
Like these crows.
Yep.
And they're all dead.
Anyway, going back to what I was saying, having a couple weeks without streaming has given me a good opportunity to play different games and figure out like what I want to play for future Bucket Friday streams. And there will be a few of them coming up. Obviously there's one tomorrow and there's going to be one next week with an additional Saturday stream, so it's going to be something to look out for.
I should play the kitty game that I've been playing.
Stray?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll play Stray. I've got Abzu. I've got the 2 Portal games on the queue. Some other ones. probably not going to be streaming Sky Children of the Light. And obviously, until I can figure out the PS3 emulator, I can't play for because it's not on Steam.
All the fairies. Delicious.
Nice. Good fucking fairies. The name of this dungeon was Ice
Misery Mire.
Misery Mire. Misery Mire.
Ice Palace was like 2 dungeons ago. Okay, I'm leaving.
The Lost Cause.
Anyway. Oops.
So what is it about Turtle Rock that annoys you?
They're just like, you have to make these platforms that move and then light a bunch of torches. And just, it's annoying. And then you run out of magic and you're like, alright, I'll go fuck myself. Just gonna keep hitting the wrong button over and over again.
It's okay.
Because it's been a while and I don't remember what I mapped the buttons to. Okay.
It's okay, take your time.
Get in here.
Alright, it's sour candy time from Nico.
Okay. What sour candy?
What's sour candy? Let's show our options. We got the Sour Patch Kids. I guess I can go to Candy Cam. They got Sour Patch Kids, super sour, and Japanese candy. Nice to see you too, Nico. Pick your poison.
Super sour. Yay!
Super sour? Okay. Always. Eventually we're gonna run out. And then you'll have to move on to something else, or Devin will have to buy me another bag.
Mm-hmm.
It'll start to get sticky. Ugh.
Roll up.
Yeah, we're doing good. It hasn't been all too hot. Hasn't been too bad lately. There's been a few hot spells. I'm not looking forward to Sunday though, because I have to work outside. It's gonna be 90 degrees. Or 100 today. Yeah, I know, down in like Arizona in the southwest, it's gotten up to like 120. That's crazy. Game's going good so far. Devin's sort of brushing up and getting used to playing the game again after 2 weeks.
I got the last item, so I got all the items.
might stream an old school Zelda sometime. It'll be my first old school one ever. Nice. Do you have any, do you know, like, which ones you might do, or which one? Start with Ocarina of Time. That's a good one. I would not recommend, Zelda 2. That one's insane. That's the go-to. Yeah. It's the, I wouldn't say OG, because the OG is, of course, the original from 1986 for the NES. But, are you going to play the, Nintendo 64 version, or the, 3DS remake?
I don't remember how to get to the boss.
I want to find the HD mod pack for the PC. Nice. So it's... When you say it for the PC, are you playing it on, like, Project 64 or some other emulator? Widescreen and little trinkets of updates. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't know if the HD mod pack that you're referring to is for Project 64. I just know that Project 64 is one of the more popular Nintendo 64 emulators. I'm sure you already saw, but tomorrow I'm playing Flower. That's pretty exciting. Got the 3DS version, but I don't know how to stream the 3DS. Yeah, it's actually, I could send you the emulator that I use. It's did I use? Because I played Majora's Mask 3D using an emulator. The thing that kind of sucks about emulating the 3DS is that you can't use the gyroscope. What is it? 3DS. Yeah, it's Citra. So you can use either Citra Nightly or Citra Canary. Both are work just as well. Kind of wish Nintendo would bring it to the Switch. Oh, here comes a cat.
Oh, hi, cat.
Oh, hi, kitty.
I can't see the screen.
Come here, kitty. She's in timeout now. Didn't Citra recently get shut down from victims? Maybe? Or was that user? I don't, I'm not sure. I do know that, one of the popular ROM sites got, hit by Nintendo. Academia's trying to wiggle away. This is what she gets.
She's like, I must escape.
The escape room. Was it CD? No, it wasn't CD Romance. It was Vim's Lair. Yeah, Vim's Lair hit.
They didn't get shut down.
They didn't get shut down.
Nintendo just told them to not have their,
games.
at least their popular games. They still have Nintendo games on there, just the crappy ones.
Yeah. Hey, Catherine, how are you? How's Mila and Jordan and Jordan too? Poor Macadamia. She's being put in chokehold.
Deal with it.
Waiting on food from Noodles and Company, starving. Nice. I had Noodles and Company once when I was in... I think it was in high school. Yeah, I remember we went... Me and a few friends went there, and, we did some sort of challenge thing where, like, we're trying to, like, not be, pathetic millennials and being on our phones all the time, so we all, like, stacked our phones in the middle of the table, and like, if you touched your phone, you lost. Yesterday, Noodles and Company is pretty decent. They're effing expensive now. Oh, are they? I forget what I got from Noodles and Company way back when, because it was, you know, over 10 years ago. I think at the time I just got like some spaghetti stuff. There's this ramen place that was near where Devin used to live, and they had really good noodles, but apparently they started also getting kind of expensive too.
Yeah. They kind of just went down in quality too, which is sad. More expensive, less quality. Not a good look.
Yeah. Just trying to wriggle free. Wriggle cat. Come here, kitty. I don't know what's happening, but the government's not protecting people from price gouging. Yeah. A whole lot about that. Like, I assume there's a decent amount of leeway of how much. I think price gouging, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it only really applies to like items where like there's a monopoly on it, or like they're essential items for living, like groceries or something like that.
Noodles are essential.
Noodles are essential, but I think with like takeout food, it's kind of like at the business's discretion. But again, I'm not a business person, so I don't know. I'm literally talking on my ass. Supermarket's expensive as hell too. Yeah. I know if you live in more remote areas like Greenland and like the northern parts of Canada, I think even places like Alaska and Hawaii, things are really expensive. I mean, like Hawaii, like, you know, like local produce like coconuts and macadamia nuts are probably not as expensive, but everything else is, because they have to ship it from the mainland.
Meet her seat.
Is she in her way?
Not really.
Okay, good.
Oh, rats.
I'm the panda cookie uncle now. And to macadamia, I'm the ear scratch human. Academia love them ear scratches. You're beating me, so I love you. Panda cookies, no less. Next time I come, I should bring a whole thing of panda cookies.
Yeah, I remember this part. I like farmed a bunch of magic and hearts here.
And arrows.
Mostly magic, because I think I'm gonna need that.
Every time I hear panda cookies, it makes me think of this this thing. It was a picture of a koala and a cup of coffee. Or no, it was a cup of tea. And it was like, my blog is koala tea quality, and someone was just like, panda coffee? What's panda coffee? It's like, okay, well, first of all, that's not panda. The drink I could understand. Panda coffee. Oh, she's leaving.
Goodbye.
Right, bye-bye, Macadamia.
Is this the content you guys came here for?
Watching you farm hearts and rupees.
Yes.
Yes. You do what you gotta do, Devin.
Alright, it's good enough.
You make the most of your time here.
Here we go. Wait, this isn't the one I have to use fire for. It's just eyeballs.
Yep. I wonder what Mila would think of the super sour candies.
Probably die. Yes. Good boss fight.
Is it a boss fight without organ music? Who knows? I mean, well, to be fair, some of the other Zelda games, especially Wind Waker, had some really good boss fight music. I like the Godon music and the Malgara music. I want to replay Wind Waker again.
His boss is like so weirdly easy compared to a lot of the other ones.
Yeah. It almost feels like it should be the first boss.
Or at least like earlier in general.
Well, I mean, the first boss, wasn't it that
Hamburger boss should probably have been here instead.
Yeah. Want me to read?
Yeah.
Link, because of you, I can escape from the clutches of the evil monsters. Thank you. Ganon captured us because he couldn't break the seal of the wise men with his power alone. And then, using the wizard Aghanim as his pawn, he drew us into the Dark World. After cracking the seal with our powers, he sealed us inside of these crystals. He then gave us to his loyal monsters. Wow, how nice of him. But Ganon didn't plan on your getting this far. Yeah, if he did, he would have made that boss harder. Now, Princess Zelda is waiting for you inside of Turtle Rock. Please hurry. And Devin's like, nope.
No. What do you mean by hurry?
May the way of the hero lead to the Triforce. Arrowcast theme mix from Breath of the Wild. I think... I don't know, it's hard for me to put down what place my finger on which Zelda soundtrack song is my favorite. I guess it depends on the mood.
Somebody's shooting things at me. It sounds like someone wants to sell me something. Right, I got all the items, but now I gotta go get all the heart pieces. Maybe.
And it's a good thing that I had this bitter coffee to balance out the sourness.
And I just ate more sour candy.
Did you?
That's tasty. I don't remember which ones I got and which ones I didn't, so... Should waste the entire street with me.
Oh, you're looking for art pieces?
Uh-huh.
So, how many do you have so far?
I think there's enough heart pieces for another 2 containers, so...
I'll answer your question in a second, Nico. I just know that there's an ad break happening right now, so I don't want you to miss it, miss the review. This ad was trash. So yeah, the next bad movie is Howard the Duck. And unfortunately, Devin has to work this coming Monday and the Monday after, so
I only get to listen.
he only gets to listen and be here in spirit. Oh, excuse me.
Ah! Bees! 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 Bees!
I'd only played the audio, but my stream was still
Ow.
playing. That's weird. It's like a radio ad.
Mini hamburgers.
Yeah.
Cheeseburger sliders. Ouch.
You could see me but not hear me. Interesting.
Weird.
Speaking of radio ads, sometimes on Spotify they I swear they would play like the same 3 ads all the time. They would just rotate those ads. And there was this one, I think it was a State Farm ad, where I just hated the shit out of this ad because it was just like, you're joking, this is a joke. They would play it so goddamn much. And then they stopped playing it for maybe a few months. And then the other day I heard it again. I'm like, fuck, this goddamn ad again. There's one thing that Spotify is really good at. It's airing the most annoying ads. And not even having much variety either. It's like they play the same 3 ads on rotation.
Stupid Sposh.
All of them.
Enemies. This is very hot.
Want ads? Subscribe now for some straight up woody abless tubes. Like, I'm not against, them playing ads. It's just, don't play the same 3 ads over and over on rotation. Like, at least, and it sounds weird for me to say this, but like, it sounds weird for me to say, like, play more ads, but just change up the variety of the ads that you play. 'Cause I'm sick and tired of hearing the same State Farm ad.
Oops, I fell down.
I sure did.
It's okay, I blocked that blast with my shield while swimming.
State Farm, FanDuel is another one that I get a lot.
Jake from State Farm.
State Farm. I think there was like some bank commercial that I would get a lot. It doesn't matter how many times I would do the, like, thumbs down, and I'm getting this ad too often, or it's not relevant to me, they would still keep on giving it to me. The only reason I even use Spotify is because so normally I listen to music on my iPod. I don't like to use like any streaming services for music or anything. But the only reason why I do is because like it's on my phone and also my GPS is on my phone. And I just want them both like synced up so I don't have to like have the music on the Bluetooth, but like the GPS is like quiet because it's not on Bluetooth. Thumbs down means you don't like it in their algorithm, right? There's no winning. You are not immune to State Farm propaganda.
Where is this?
Hmm?
Trying to figure out where some place is.
Hmm. Yes, I agree. It always happens. I see that your favorite part of the song is coming up. Why don't I just open my big mouth and tell you to turn right? Hey, Daddy.
Oh, hi, Daddy.
Hi, Daddy. How are you? How have you all been these past 2 weeks? Been good. Just chugging along. Thanks for the resub. Hang on, Devin. I need to like. Actually, no. I'll just do it on like Twitch.
Yeah, do it on your own time.
Yeah. The thing is if I click out of the emulator, then it'll pause the game. But I want to give old World's Best Dad a shout out. For support. I just gotta find my chat. Fix the fuel pump on my Honda. I'm so happy. Oh, nice. Actually, speaking of which, world's best.
Oh no, my bomb.
Hey, even though you haven't been playing any games, world's best dad. There's the shout out anyway. But my birthday was this past Friday. And, wouldn't you know it, my car battery died. At least I tried to start it and it wouldn't start. So, I had to buy a new one.
This bomb wag its tail. Sometimes. See? It's funny to me.
But now I have a brand new battery, so, you know, nothing bad should ever happen to it. For the next couple of years until it gets old. Having a car sucks. It's... Why is that bomb following you?
Because it's my emotional support bomb. I needed it to mega bomb.
Oh, I see.
To blow up a certain wall.
So how do you detonate it?
When I get there, I press A to leave the bomb there.
I see.
Or what I mapped as A anyway.
My ex always looked like a goldfish when I was working on my car. I didn't understand the thing. That's an interesting analogy. Yes. I've heard the term like memory of a goldfish for someone who doesn't. Oh my gosh.
Don't judge her.
Well, I think it also just the fact that like on the stream, the game is like stretched out anyway. It doesn't really help.
I need these to defeat Ganon.
Like a memory of a goldfish in terms of somebody who has a really short attention span. That way he has stories.
Remember.
So will she just update or upgrade every item that you throw in?
No, only some of them.
I
I think it might actually only be the arrows.
Okay.
She does that.
Okay.
How do I get over there?
I know item upgrades are a thing in Four Swords Adventure, and probably Four Swords. But the thing that sucks is you can only, since you can only carry one item at a time, you can only upgrade one item at a time. And if you set the item down and replace it with a different item, and then you pick that other item back up, you have to upgrade it. That sucks. Yeah, it looked like a goldfish. I'd explain something and you'd forget it had the goldfish there. That's interesting. I can imagine it now, though. To be fair, he could build computers, so it balances out. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like I'm more like your ex than I am like you in terms of like knowing how to fix things. Like my dad can fix cars. In fact, he used to be an auto mechanic. And whenever he like explains something about cars, like I'm like, oh yeah, it's like making this weird sound or whatever. Like he knows exactly what is wrong with it based on the description. I'm just like, how do you do that? But then again, he used to be a mechanic, so that makes sense. That tracks. But then when it comes to computer stuff, he's just like, can you install that software onto my computer? I'm just like, yeah, you just go to the website and you download it and you install it. Like, it's pretty self-explanatory. But that's the generational gap between me and my dad.
I guess I already got this one.
My dad tried to give me poor car advice, so I learned that it had to be from me from now on. Ah, fair enough. Like, I've driven, like, nothing but beater cars. So I've experienced, like, so many different types of, car problems. So in some ways, I can also kind of, like diagnose, like, certain car problems. Like, like, last summer, when, Devin and I went camping in the mountains, he was having trouble with his power steering, and,
Yeah, we figured out that there wasn't enough power steering.
well, not only was there not enough power steering, there was a leak. It's like, basically, opened up his hood, looked at the power steering, and, like, there was, like, no fluid left. So I poured some in, it fixed the problem for a while, and then the power steering started to suck again, so I'm like, okay, so clearly the power steering is draining somewhere. I guess there was, like, a hose that had just, like, gotten knocked off. So, yeah. I don't know how that happened. And then Devin told his, what was it, your coworker about it, and he's just like, he seemed to think that somebody sabotaged Devin's car all the way up in the mountains. Just like, who would do that?
Yeah, who's doing that?
Who would do that? It's more likely that he maybe, like, hit something and it knocked the hose off of, like, the underside of his car, or it's, you know, just because his car is kind of rusty. It's an old car.
Yeah.
Like, I know what it's like to drive a car with bad power steering. I know what it's like to drive a car that just stalls out randomly, even though it's a manual, or not a manual. It's even though it's an automatic, not a manual. That's always, like, really scary, especially if it's, like, on train tracks. It's never happened, but I just drove a car and it blew a gasket. There was another time where, like, a belt broke.
A belt?
The belt, yeah, like... It's kind of like the chain of, like, a bicycle, except it's, like,
yeah,
a belt.
Which belt?
I don't remember. It was a long time ago. I've been there when the transmission has gone out.
Sometime, I forget what part of the car it is, but it's the one that charges the battery as the car runs. That died. Huh?
The converter?
Yeah,
the converter?
something like that. Yeah, and it died at some point, so my battery wasn't being charged when I drove, and the battery started dying as I was driving because the lights were flickering, and I was just like, what? So I, like, parked at work because I had just pulled into work, turned it off, tried to turn it back on again, and it was just, like, dead.
Oh shit.
Yeah. And that was the time I had to get my car towed in to the garage.
My antifreeze chamber blew at an intersection once. I thought I was dead. Steam was spraying out of the hood. Ooh, shit. They shut the car off and a million people came out of their cars to help me tow away. That's good. It was so loud. I thought that explosion was... Oh, shit. Well, it's good that, you know, people came to help instead of just, like, mindlessly honking at you and getting angry. There's been a couple times where, like, the car that I was driving stalled out. And so, like, I would put the hazards on to, like, indicate, like, yeah, I'm having some car troubles, just go around me. And, like, these idiots behind me are still honking. It's just like, do you not see the hazards? Like, go the fuck around.
Remember when that happened the other day where my car, like, stalled out? So I had to turn it off and on, and I had my hazards on, and people behind me were still honking, and it's just like...
Take a fucking hit. Right.
It's like, sorry, I did not plan for my car to break either.
Yep. They had to tell me I was in the middle of an intersection. They couldn't go without it. Fair enough. This one time, I think this is the scariest time I've ever had a car problem, which it wasn't even really necessarily a mechanical problem. It was more like my dad didn't properly latch the hood when he was checking the fluids at the gas station. So we were on vacation. We were somewhere in, like, upstate New York. I forget where exactly we were. I think maybe... I don't know. We're somewhere in upstate New York, and my dad had like checked the fluids at a gas station, and I guess he didn't properly like latch the hood when he was done with it. So I'm driving the van down the highway, going maybe about like 70, 75, and then suddenly the hood just flies up and smacks the windshield and cracks it. Luckily, I didn't panic. I mean, it freaked me out because it's just like suddenly like, oh shit, I can't see anything. But luckily I was in the right lane and I was able to just like put the hazards on and like slowly pull over. So I handled that about as good as well as anybody could. But yeah, that really sucked. We and I was shaken up after it, so like I was just like, okay, Dad, you can drive from now on. And he drove it to a Walmart to like see if he could like, well, we took off like the New York exit and like went to like a nearby Walmart, and there were like it was some like small town and the locals were pretty nice. They're like, oh, like they gave us like a recommendation for a mechanic, and we went to that mechanic, and they were about to close, but they stayed open later to replace our windshield, which was really nice of them. That car was one of my dad's recommendations, so I never took his advice again. Time I felt like I was actually going to die driving the blizzard to see my beloved ice out on the freeway. Oh shit. Hit a bank of snow in the hill.
Time I was driving back from like a friend of mine's house. He lived out on like an island off the coast of Maine. And when I was driving back, a blizzard started up, and as I was driving, I drove past a truck, like a full like semi-truck, just toppled over into a ditch in the snow, and I was just like, oh shit. Scariest drive of my life.
Right.
And then I was stuck in between two snowplows, like one in front and one behind me, and the roads were so bad that I didn't really want to like pass any of them, but I also didn't want to be in between them.
Yeah.
That part sucked.
I remember this one time there was a snowstorm, and this was back when I was in community college, and my sister was working at a gas station that was like about halfway between the college and where we lived. And so I was gonna go pick her up after I got out of class, but it was a snowstorm and traffic was basically at a standstill. Nobody could go anywhere, and to make matters worse, there was some asshole who just kept on, like, weighing on his horn. It's just like, dude, like, we're all just as frustrated as you are. You're not making things any better by being an annoying asshole and blowing your horn. How are you doing, Maddie? We're talking about car trouble. It's like those people who, like, they're in a frustrating situation, which is like, you know, it sucks, but there's not a whole lot anybody can do about it. And then they just make the situation even worse by being an insufferable asshole. I remember this one time I was with my mom, because she was in some government office for something in the waiting room, and there was a baby that was crying, and you know, like, everyone was kind of, like, annoyed, and it's just kind of like, we have to listen to this, but at the same time, it's like, it's a baby, like, they can't control it, and it's like, what are you gonna do about it? So it's just, you know, it's irritating, but, you know, it is what it is, and it's not like the baby can control it. And then there was this old man who was just, like, bitching and moaning about the kid crying, and it's just like, okay, well, I mean, like, we all have to listen to the baby crying, but at the very least, the baby can't control its crying.
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, are being annoying, and I have to listen to you bitch and moan, so maybe you should shut up. It's just like, only between you and the baby, only one of them has control over whether or not it can shut up. So, you know. Saw a car on fire last Saturday. Ooh, shit. Link is the master of ruining crops. Speaking of Link ruining crops, in Twilight Princess, also Skyward Sword, there's pumpkins that you can break, or you can smash them. And if you get caught smashing pumpkins in Twilight Princess by the wrong person, he'll yell at you and be like, "Hey, don't waste food."
Do a save state for me
Yeah.
when I get to that guy, because it's like random if I'm gonna get this or not, and
Okay.
I'm running out of money.
Yeah, fair enough. Some people don't know how to not be loud yet. But yeah, that old man in the waiting room just reminded me of that guy who was, or girl, whatever, or whoever was, you know, weighing on the horn while we're all stuck in a snowstorm. It's just like, yeah, it sucks, but you're not making things any better.
Alright. Again.
Again, reload?
Yeah.
Okay.
So everybody having fun.
So what are you going for exactly?
Art, piece of art.
Oh, sorry.
This is one of them mini games that Zelda is so famous for.
Yeah. How much is it per play?
80 rupees.
Oh, shit. How have your, Maddie, if you're still listening in, how was your past couple of weeks? No, I've been gone for a while. Reload.
Yeah.
I don't particularly care for this game, just checking up on the Radiata Bros. That's fair. I'll eventually go back to, Radiata stories. I'm thinking of doing it for the 19th anniversary of the release. Oh, I was just asking, how have you been these past couple of weeks? I haven't been online. It's been 19 years, yep. It's hard to believe. It's gonna be 20 next year. Back in my day. These could be better. Yeah, that's fair. I wonder what the likelihood of you getting a piece of heart is at this.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Oh,
there it is.
Ah,
Yay, give it to me.
Yay!
Yeah, screw you. It's mine
Yeah,
now.
I'm gonna save over it. There we go. We got what we came for. If you're just joining us, Maddie, Devin's doing everything that he can to avoid Turtle Rock.
Yes, I am.
Speaking of pieces of heart and pieces of heart that are kind of bullshit to get, I think we talked about this like during one of the previous streams. There's this video on YouTube that talks about the hardest piece of heart, or the hardest heart piece to get in Zelda, and it's in Majora's Mask, Minish Cap.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah, the one where you have to like get all of the figurines from the figurine shop, and that the probability of you getting a like a duplicate, or the probability of you getting a duplicate figurine versus one that you haven't had before is kind of rigged. It's not, Devin isn't turtly enough for the Turtle Rock, at least not yet.
Nor do I want to be.
Maybe I should change the name of the stream. Devin is not turtly enough for the Turtle Rock. Here we go, Devin. You are not turtly enough. There we go. I also need to think of what I want to do for the Radia, like when I start Radia stories back up again. Normally I would stream Radia stories on Tuesdays, but Ada's started streaming during that slot, which, I mean, to be fair, I could stream on that day in that slot anyway. Like, nothing's saying that I can't. But for achievements gives you a new challenge. Possibly. I don't know if I'm necessarily in for like a challenge per se. Because to be honest, like the whole like getting a full friends list kind of broke me. And I don't know if I really want to waste time like grinding on stream or like trying to spend the entire stream getting achievements. What I would like to do, maybe do something with like the prototype or some sort of like a modded version or something. Maybe I can re-randomize Radia Stories. Beat Ethereal Queen with just Jack. I've tried beating Ethereal Queen with Alwyn, Kane, I forget who else. All of them maxed out and I still got my ass kicked. I don't even know how that's possible. Like, basically I went with like the strongest party members that you can get in the game. And it still wasn't enough. I remember her being so hard. Well, I mean, I do think that there's definitely a strategy to beating her. It's not just about strength and stats. Like, for example, when she does her, like, Armageddon, like, attack where she, like, you know, dumps a bunch of, like, meteors or whatever the fuck they are that create that, like, fire bubble. You have to basically, according to Ad, I think what you have to do is you have to like pull all of your party members in for, like, go to like the most outer edges of the battlefield and pull all of your party members into like a link so they like all just get away from her with you. I could be misremembering. But yeah, the Ethereal Queen was way harder than she needed to be honest. Maybe that's just loser talk. I'm saying that because I've never beat her.
Not legitimately, anyway.
Not legitimately, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've never... Well, not legitimately, no. Another way, I think, the ad says that you can collect Tsuchinoko dumplings. And basically, it just get away with it by spamming Volties. I'm not like a competitive gamer. I just play for like the story. Also, like, I mentioned this before, but like I'm not as big as of a Radia Stories fan that I am. I'm not really a fan of JRPGs in general. Like, I'm starting to realize what my niche is for games, and it's puzzle platformers, to be sure. Like, the more I play different types of games and I learn, like, what I like, what I don't like, I feel like I normally just a puzzle platformer, like games like Zelda or Mario, where, like, basically games where, like, there's some sort of puzzle to solve, but it also involves you, like, getting up on platforms and, like, doing stuff like that. There's also, like, certain, like, mechanics in games that I have learned that I'm not a fan of. Like, I don't like it when items or weapons, like, durability, or not durability, what's the word for it? Where, like, they have, like, a limit to how many times you can use them before they break.
Yeah, durability.
Durability, yeah. I don't like durability on any weapon or item. Like, I just think that's total bullshit, and I don't want to have to keep track of the durability of my items while I'm trying to also, like, solve a puzzle or, like, fight enemies or do other things. Skyward Sword had that, and I was not a fan. They mostly just had it with the shield, but I also don't like collecting things in order to upgrade, like an item or a weapon. Mostly just when it's RNG. Because in Skyward Sword, in order to upgrade certain items, you needed to collect, like, certain treasure items, and you would find those across the overworld, and it was RNG. Spirit Tracks had that too. Not upgrading weapons, but to upgrade your trade parts, you needed to collect certain treasure pieces. And some of them are a lot easier to find than others. It just gets a little bit tedious and I don't know, just kind of mind-numbingly boring when I'm just, like, running around trying to rely on RNG to give me the thing that I'm looking for. What's the most unfair game you've ever played? I haven't played the Souls games, but I heard that they're very cruel.
Yep.
I don't know, I mean, like, not counting, like, the shovelware games that I played, because there are a lot of games that are just like, okay, this is kind of bullshit. Tournament is the category they're under. Yeah, Thunder is much worse than the Soul games. Looking at my, like, collection of games and, like, going through the games, like, oh, are there any games that I feel are unfair? Like, I feel like it's less about unfairness, because I feel like game developers, that if they're, like, a AAA game, do a pretty good job at, like, making sure that if a game fucks you over, it fucks everyone over equally. It's very reliant on RNG. It's hard for me to say. I'm also a masochist when it comes to games, so that's fair. I feel like Nintendogs, and other games similar to that, where, like, it requires you to do daily check-ins, can be a little... I don't know if unfair is the word, but... like, if you go, like, more than a couple days without, like, checking in to your Nintendog, they, like, hate you forever. I mean, depending on their personality, they'll, like, warm back up to you after you feed them and, like, groom them and do other things, but I have one dog in Nintendogs who's a golden retriever, and he holds grudges. I'll come back after not playing the game for years, and he makes it very clear that he hasn't forgiven me and he doesn't like me, even after I fed him and washed him and taken him for a walk. I know pocket puppies and Tamagotchi pets back when they were popular in the 90s. Those were also, they were way more unforgiving than Nintendogs, because they would actually die. I remember Catherine and my other sister, they had Tamagotchis. They had, like, a pocket puppy, and then they had this other, like, Tamagotchi game that was like a pocket baby, and they're like, oh, my baby died. But those games were even more tough, because not only could your pet / baby die, like, there was a shorter window, or shorter amount of time that you could go without giving attention to your pet or your baby. So I feel like, in a way, that kind of, like, made kids develop a gaming addiction in a way, because it's just like, oh, it's been 5 minutes, I have to go feed my Tamagotchi. I guess it became a real big problem in schools around that time that like teachers had to confiscate the Tamagotchi pets because kids just kept on like taking them out because if they went too long without feeding them, they would die.
I had the cat version of Pocket Puppy.
Pocket Kitty. Yeah, I forgot what the baby version was called. Baby or something.
Yeah, I had like the regular Tamagotchi, the Pocket Kitty, the Rugrats one where you took care of like Reptar, a Little Mermaid one, and yeah, actually I had 2 of the kitty ones because I lost one, and then my mom bought me another one, and then I found it, so then I just had 2 cats.
Yeah.
I'm like missing 2 pieces of heart somewhere.
I feel like Nintendogs and like some of the Wii games are at odds with each other because like Nintendogs, I mean, I guess to be fair, it only required you to like spend like 5 minutes to check in with your dog, and then you could just like shut the game off for the rest of the day. But at the same time, it still like encourages you to keep on coming back to the game. Whereas with if you play like Wii Sports or something like that, or Wii Fit, they would like if you played for too long, they'd be like, "Why don't you go outside? Why don't you touch grass?" Yeah, and I think saying yeah to the pocket babies and the pocket puppies. I think Zelda 2 was also kind of an unfair game. Because,
I don't even know if it was unfair, it just sucked.
it just sucked. Yeah, it was basically an RPG because, like, you had to, like, you had stats that you had to, like, level up, and also it was, like, I think it was the only Zelda game to be a side-scroller. Which also kind of made it a little bit difficult. Also, I think my niche are mostly fantasy genres, so JRPGs are up my alley. Yeah. I played... I played Radiant Historia on stream a while back. And it was a fun game, but it's also a turn-based RPG, and it would get to certain points where I was in battle, and I had to focus on what I was doing in the battle, that it would take away my ability to commentate properly. That's like also like a problem that I'll find sometimes with certain games where it's like it may be a fun game to play, but streaming wise it's I don't know, it doesn't really work. Like I played Lake of Voices, I think it was Lake of Voices, which is a visual novel type of game. And no shade to visual novels, but they're not really my thing, and I also had a hard time streaming them because it was just so much reading text and not enough opportunity for me to commentate on things. Fan of COD or GTA. I like GTA, but like the older GTA games like Vice City and like Liberty City. I don't like online games where I have to play with other players. The one exception to that is Journey. But Journey gets a pass because your interaction with the other player, like for one thing, you're limited to only one other player that you're playing with, and number 2 is like your capabilities of communicating with them are very limited. So it's not like they can like call you names or be mean to you. Like the meanest thing that another player can do to you in Journey is like basically just abandon you and like go off on their own. maybe push you off of a ledge if you're standing too close to a ledge, but I haven't had that happen. I was playing Sky Children of the Light because it's one of the games that that game company who made Journey and Flower and Flow made, and it's an MMO RPG, or not an RPG, it's an MMO. I got abandoned in Journey once, and I was like, oh, so this is like in real life. Oh, man.
Aw.
That's sad. Yeah. And like the controls in Sky were kind of a little bit much, because like in Journey the only way that you can communicate is by chirping, but in Sky Children of the Light you can like hold out your candle. But all players have like a candle, and if you like hold out your candle, like if it's kind of like an invitation, like a friend invite. And if you hold out your candle and another character holds out their candle to you and like lights it, they basically like become your friend and you can nickname them. And I guess there are certain gestures that you can learn throughout the game to communicate with either your partner or like the other like 7 or 8 people that you can have in a server. I don't know. I feel like it tries to be like Journey, but it kind of misses the mark. You can hold hands and piggyback. Yeah, I was holding hands with a character. But what kind of sucked is that like I kind of wanted to go somewhere else, and I felt like I don't know, I wasn't able to like unhold their hand or like get free from their hand, so I was like, maybe it's just me and I don't know how to like properly play the game. But yeah, like someone was like holding my hand and like pulling me somewhere, and I'm just like, where are you taking me? I don't know if I want to go this way right now. And I couldn't figure out how to like let go. Like there's like a variety of different gestures. You can, like Nico said, hold hands with someone or piggyback on them. I know, I feel like less is more with that sort of thing. There's also like an area where you can go there's like a chat room. And I you know, bless the developers, you know, souls, but they I think they do try to curb any sort of like abusive dialogue or abusive language in those chat rooms, but you can also only do so much. And I understand there are people who like the game, but me, being a very not MMO type of person, I don't like playing with other people, with the exception of Journey. It's like if I do have to play with someone, like I want as limited communication as possible. I think you can make it single player. Yeah. I thought I read somewhere that like that the whole point of like, I think and I could be wrong. I thought I read somewhere that you have to like if you want to get through the game, you have to play it with at least like one other person. You could correct me if that's incorrect. Because when I was looking on the subreddit for that game, people were asking if it's possible to play it in single player mode, And basically, like, people are just like, well, the whole point of playing the game is for you to play with other people. It's just like, yeah, I get that, but like, also some people will just want to play a game on their own. Get through the game, no. Unlock zero. I see. Okay. Well, maybe I'll give it another go. I just know, like, the last time I opened up the game, I saw that they had, like, a journey skin that you could buy, and it was $25. I'm like, fuck that. I got mad and I closed the game. I love Journey, but I'm not paying $25 for a Journey skin.
Whoops.
Yeah, me neither. I mean, different strokes for different folks. Like, I was never one of those, like, Call of Duty players. I've always been kind of turned off to the idea because I know that, like, you know, people can be kind of rude in those kinds of games. And I just want to have fun when I play my games. The DLC crap is how they make their money, I get it, but it adds us a lot. Let's just all have fun, fuck it, right? And I understand too that, like, the Journey skin was the most expensive because it's Journey, like, Journey is their claim to fame. And I can also forgive it too, for the fact that they're an independent game company, they're not like some AAA production. Rude is an understatement. Yeah, I mean, they could be, like, straight up, like, bigoted. Oops. I mean, I'm pretty good about, like, not taking shit personally, especially if it's, like, from someone who doesn't actually know me. But at the same time, it's just like, I just want to play games to relax and have fun. And then Devin here is just like, I'm having fun. This fun.
Yeah.
Are you having fun yet, Devin?
Yeah.
Are you winning, son?
Yeah.
Are you funning, son?
Yeah. What do I get over there?
Why, that was quite rude of you to call me a bitch. Also, I like how you called me Henri. Maybe I should just start going by that. One of the stagehands at my job calls me Henri all the time.
Henri?
Henri. It's always funny how there's like those European names that have translations into different languages. Like Henry in English, Henri in French, Enrique in Spanish, English in German, Henrique in, like, a lot of other.
Yeah, that's right. Meow in Macadamia.
Yeah, Meow in Macadamia. Did you say Henry in Macadamia speak? Henry. Oneri. Oneri? That's bad. Henri. Henri is a fun name. It always reminds me of Liberty's Kids. You guys ever watch Liberty's Kids? Ornery? Maybe? Is that a foreign name? Ornery. But yeah, like Henri was that little French kid in Liberty's Kids. Yeah, that does look like a bombable wall, but yeah, bad tempered or something. Oh, interesting.
Where am I?
I don't know, Devin. You're the one playing the game.
Oh. That's where I am. Neat.
Academia is clawing the cardboard box in anger.
Oh, jeez.
Microphone, unfortunately, probably isn't picking it up, but she's like... You're over there, Devin. You are here.
I'll put off Turtle Rock by growing these.
Really doesn't want to go to Turtle Rock. Is that it there? Macadamia. You come here, I will feed you after the stream. And you will get mucho treats. You like that?
Oh, she's not. She's sitting there.
She's sitting there menacingly. I am Nico. Is that your am I here? Is that your government name? Or is it a nickname? No, it's Nick. Gotcha. Fair enough. If you prefer to be called Nico, I will call you Nico. This is Devin. I'm Henry. You're Nico. Mad in this art is Maddie. And world's best dad is Daddy. You prefer Henry? Yeah, Henry's fine. Henry or Hugendars. No, yeah, I misspoke. Maddie's name is Rusty Shackleford. Back in Damien Cat. Wait a name.
Oh no, it's Head.
Macadamia. Yep, she's named after Devin's favorite nut. And also because she's a bit nutty. Aren't you, Macadamia?
Her sad meow.
Yeah, she's doing her sad meow. I know, kitty. First name Macadamia, last name Nut. Macadamia! Why isn't your favorite not Henry? That's a question.
That's not next.
Mac Daddy. Macadamia's name is Mac Daddy. Well, there is a no Henry bar, isn't there? Devin does like Polish sausage.
Ow. Rude. Meow.
No, you're good, Nico. told to be myself and also watch myself. Looking for the happy medium. I feel that too. I think you've been macadamia. I think you've been a regular long enough that you can make those jokes. Oh, she made this.
She's so sad.
Oh, speaking of Turtle Rock, this is a turtle that a friend of mine sent. Academia, I know you're hungry. Do you want me to feed her?
So she can wait.
Okay.
Oops. Oops.
Made a joke in someone's stream first time we raided. Bro almost banned me before we got the humor. We talked about it to this day. That's good. Speaking of like not really knowing where your limits are with somebody new, when I first met Ad, I wasn't sure if he was like being an asshole. So basically, I uploaded this video of it was the scene of Ridley dying from Radia's story. So yes, spoiler alert, Ridley dies, and I played it to Celine Dion, "My Heart Will Go On," just as a joke, and Ad, hey kitty, Ad posted a comment saying, "Congratulations, you're officially a monster." That was my first interaction with him ever, and I thought that he was like actually saying that, like, you know, that I'm a monster and I'm a shitty person or something like that. So I wasn't really sure how to respond to it.
Hey, shush.
Kitty cat. Officially a monster, yeah. Hard to know if people are hurt or being sarcastic. Yeah, and I feel like it mostly has to do with the fact that it's over text. There's like the whole layer of like it's over like text, so you can't really hear their tone of voice or see their facial expressions. And also, it's someone that you have just met, so like if it's, you know, if it's like a friend or someone that I know, and I know their sense of humor, like I can easily tell if they're being sarcastic or not. But yeah, it's like if it's, unless you know the person, they can be kind of hard to interpret. I tried to use that face on sarcastic things. That's fair. Yeah, to be fair, I think Ad used like the colon uppercase P, like the tongue sticking out emoji. So I think that was like sort of my indication that, yeah, he was joking. But also, like, I had just met this guy and I was just like, are you actually calling me a monster, or are you just like joking? But I told you about the one time that I made a joke about it was on a Coppercat video where he's crying, and I posted a comment linking to the Tuesday Anarchind song from Final Fantasy X, saying like, play this song along with this video for dramatic effect, and some guy just like totally went off on me. And I think he was actually being serious, because I was just like, it's a joke, and he's just like, no, you don't understand you're being disrespectful to Titus and Yuna's relationship or something like that. I'm like, it's just a song, dude.
Calm down, it's just a drawing.
Yeah. So I wasn't sure if it was like one of those situations where it's just somebody like taking my joke too seriously and then getting offended. Yeah, just laugh and move on. Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, this is a freaking part of the puzzle that's I hate.
Yeah, it is good, because Ad is like a solid friend. can tell when someone is really being a dick, and that's when I take things seriously. Otherwise, I think everybody's just laid back like me. That's fair. I usually try to test the waters. Like if it's someone that I first met.
God damn it.
Oh. So it's on a timer, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sound mad at you.
Why do you hate me?
Sorry.
I'm gonna toot my ocarina in a sad way. That is jacked in. Is that a bird color? It may as well be. It's never called any. It's never summoned any birds, but it has in the game. It's an actual Ocarina of Time, and I don't know if it's like actually like an official Ocarina of Time sold by Nintendo. But I got this as a gift. I actually got two of them as a gift. One was from an old friend that like we've been. I met them back in like kindergarten, and we reconnected.
All right, I got it.
And then I got a second one from as a Secret Santa gift from a coworker. Open up a window and play. Yeah, but you see, if I open up a window and play, and a bird comes, it's gonna whisk me away and take me somewhere where I don't want to be. If a bird comes and nests nearby. I mean, there are plenty of birds outside. At least not right now. I think they've eaten up the whole Suito block. They've turned in for the day. Yeah, they do sell these Ocarina of Time. Ocarinas of Time.
Ocarines.
Ocarines of Time. I never know like where to pluralize certain things.
Ocarinis.
Ocarinas of Time. Ocarina of Times. It's like the whole like passersby. Passerbys. Okari. When I was a kid, I had this plastic ocarina that I would carry around. It was like a purple ocarina, and I'd got it from some sort of store. It was like basically a store that sells like stuff for teachers, like, you know, like posters that they can hang on their wall and like fun little things that they can have for their classroom. And I love that ocarina. And I carried it everywhere. And this one time, me and my sisters were going with my dad to court because we had to go through security, and I had like I took my ocarina out because I was just like, well, I don't know, like the shape of it, they might mistake it for a gun. And I put it on in the what's the bin where they put all your items, and like the security guard just laughed.
Shame chomps, this isn't the right game for that.
Oh, you heard the cat go meow? Yeah. She is very vocal. Yes, she is. Are you talking about the guy who yells at his cat?
Oh. Get off me, please.
Also, you know I'm comfortable when you start quoting Turret's guy. Yeah. We always quote Turret's guy at each other. I saw something about Pat Sajak making a comeback, and it just made, well, you saw the message that I sent you, it just made me think of that, like, I'll tie Pat Sajak to a telephone pole and let the UPS guy butt fuck him. Rob the goddamn Donald. In fact, if you type !E into the chat, there's a Turret's guy quote there.
Egg? E as in eggs.
There we go. Yeah, not the egg one, but the E one. E as in eggs. There's another one. Oh, I think if you write 200 pounds, exclamation point 200 LBS. There's another one there. I think there's a cooldown. So I might need to retype it. I've disconnected from chat. What? How? This is my chat. Why are my messages not sending? I am in my own chat.
What do you think? It's my chat now.
Yeah, I guess it is. You shall not chat. Alright. Okay, just hold on a second, Devin. I just need to type something. Apparently I can't do it on my phone.
You look like 200 pounds of bird shit!
That's it. You shall not chat. Never seen the sign of a no passing zone sign.
I wonder if there's like a speed up to get past this.
You could try pressing tab. Here,
Yeah, just until the floor is done. Okay.
that's a lot of bird shit. Hang on a second. I'm just gonna put this back.
At least this dungeon has an easily accessible ferry.
Yep. Speaking of bird shit, I remember this one time I was at a...
Yeah.
One more time. Honored to live on. Bitch, I love you. Said it with a French accent. I don't want to talk to you no more. Oh, I got to meet, John Cleese. Got a picture with him. Saying I love you to someone. I love you, me. That feels better. John Cleese, from Monty Python. He's the one. Well, he played like a lot of different characters, but you might remember him as the rude French guard who goes, "I don't want to talk to you no more. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries." Was he also like the knight who say me?
I don't remember.
I think he might have been. Also, if you've seen Shrek 2, he plays King Harold. Got an autograph. No, I didn't get an autograph. I just got a photo with him. See if I can find it. I need to, hang on a second. Forgive me, Devin. Forgive me. There we go. Just gotta... display. Yep. And Devin let me wear his Monty Python shirt. The Knights Who Say it was Michael Palin. It might have been. Alright, sorry, Devin. Back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Jesus. Just want to get your stupid turtle rock.
I was gonna say something witty when I met him, But you know, whenever you meet someone famous and your brain just kind of goes blank? I was just like, thank you. Okay, bye. He is now Algandar's plague positive. Yep. He's a really nice guy. Yeah, I'll post that photo on the Discord. I do have to make a slight change to the photo, because I was wearing my work ID, and you guys know where I work. I mean, Maddie knows where I work, obviously, everyone knows, but
I've never been told where he works.
yeah, it's a mystery.
Tube.
That is Messenger. Saw Jack Black walking with his family one day around my theater. Everyone was just kind enough to let him be. Smiled at him and kept walking. Probably enjoyed not being attacked by fiends. Yeah, probably. Like, I always try to just let famous people be if I see them. And like where I work, it's generally like understood that you do not talk to the talent unless they talk to you first, obviously. Say never meet your heroes. I never want to meet famous people. One time I saw the Birthday Massacre. They were playing at a venue, and when we were waiting in line, they were standing over by their tour bus, just kind of hanging out and smoking. Just like, oh my god, it's them, but also I don't want to bother them because like I don't want to be rude. I guess it all depends. Like, if you know, I think that quote comes from like you're kind of taking a gamble of like they could be just really cool and down to earth, but they could also just be like huge divas, even if you are like super polite to them. I would love to see the Birthday Massacre. They were really cool live. So you know how all of their album covers have like that kind of purple background with a black silhouette aesthetic? When they were performing, they kept that silhouette. So it was basically the background of the stage was lit up purple, and the performers were backlit so that you could only see like their silhouette. But there was one part during the show where the lighting director accidentally turned on the front lights, and like there was just like a flash of light in Chibi's eyes, and she just kind of like opened up her eyes, like kind of like flinched a bit. She wasn't expecting the lights to go on. Yeah, like if they're out in public, just like doing random stuff, like don't bother them, or at least try not to. But if it's like, you know, they're at a venue, they're doing a meet and greet, like that's, of all places, like that's the place to, you know, ask for an autograph. I met Bryce Papenbrook, who, for those of you who don't know, does the voice of many characters in video games and anime, but he did the voice of Jack Russell in Radia Stories, and he's super cool. You know, he was he had an autograph section where, like, you did have to pay money to get his autograph, but that's more of, like, a contract thing with, you know, between his agent and the anime convention. But he also held panels where he just kind of talked about, like, voice acting and stuff like that, and at his actual panels that he was hosting, he's just like, yeah, if you guys want, like, an autograph or a selfie or something, like, feel free. So yeah, I think the whole, like, charging for the autograph thing was more just, like, a contractual thing, a contractual obligation, because he was happy to just give out autographs and selfies at his panels. I did meet the actor for Jack. Yeah, he was really nice. It's one of the examples of, like, where don't meet your heroes is not true. Like, he was really nice. I would love to play a grown-up Jack and Radia too. I wonder if he's still as dumb and funny. I bet he's just like his dad. Like, you know when you meet Karen in the distortion corridor and he's just, like, really hyper and kind of goofy? I bet that's how Jack would be. Like father, like son. I haven't played this distortion since I was a wee lad. I'm trying to get back up to it because I don't remember it. Yeah, it can be a little confusing at times. Distortion Corridor and Dragonware Cave. I don't understand why they made Gabriel Celestia look the way he does. All the other Tri-Ace cameos look like they do in their respective games, like Valkyrie and Lizard, or however you pronounce it. But Gabriel Celestia from his original game, he's like this kind of, like, he has, like, long blonde hair. He's like this kind of long-haired pretty boy. But in Radia Stories, they make him like this buff, bald guy who looks like he's from Dragon Ball Z.
The walls.
He is the one with the giant package that attacks Jack, yeah. I don't know, I mean, I haven't played, like, the game that he's from, admittedly, but I would admit if he has, like, some sort of, like, Giga form that he transforms into that is super jacked.
Hated that.
I just thought their R2 lost their minds. To be fair, I think, and I could be wrong about this, I think the Ethereal Queen is, like, an original Radia Stories character.
No, she was in,
she?
like, Valkyrie
Was she?
profile, I think.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, all the, like, with the exception of, like, the dragons, including Radiant, those are all cameos from other Tri-Ace games. And of course, Karen is not a Tri-Ace. Well, I guess technically he is. He's from Radia Stories, but he's not from, like, a different game. Radia Stories has its own Kingdom Hearts thing going on. Just don't work in us here, sir. I can't do a Donald Duck voice. Gosh, Sora! I do wish the fairies would restore all of your health. Not just the first Seven
stupid thing
hearts.
jumping around all over the place. Like,
Gosh, Maxipad. Gosh, Maxipad, you're all covered in blood. What happened? Your father doesn't just have sex, Maxie. He yucks. Actually, I killed a man. And I'll fucking do it again. Gorge. Murder. I like murder. For the first day. First day over, then my boyfriend's place, and then the first thing he asked me is, want to watch me play Kingdom Hearts? I was like, the fuck? Maxi Pad. One time I went over to my friend's house and they were playing Kingdom Hearts, and they were at some like Winnie the Pooh. I think it was like Kingdom Hearts 2 now that I think about it. They're playing some part with Winnie the Pooh, like Winnie the Pooh land. And he said Pooh sticks, and that just made me laugh. I guess that's like an actual game that Winnie the Pooh plays, but I'm just like, Pooh on a stick. I forgot the appeal of Kingdom Hearts. I still have never beaten Kingdom Hearts. Yeah, I guess that's part of the appeal. I mean, I played some Kingdom Hearts, but then when it got to the part with the gummy ship, I got frustrated and gave up. I'm like, I don't know how to build this shit. I am not an astrophysicist or an engineer. But I guess the gummy ship building in Kingdom Hearts 1 kind of sucked, but they improved it in the later games, right?
Yeah.
I think the whole point of Kingdom Hearts is that like it's not supposed to be taken seriously. It's just like,
Well, it wasn't supposed to be, and then they did.
and then they did. I like that scene where it's Hades, and he's just like, I am Hades, god of the dead in the underworld, and then Auron is just like, no wonder nobody wants to die. Like the beginning when they're all running and giggling on the beach, I lower my head in shame that I'm playing this instead of being a doctor or something. Tetsuya, 55 and dresses like he's 13. Fantasy 10 was probably my last favorite JRPG. Oh, Nico, them's fighting words. Devin's right here.
What? I'm too busy hating this dungeon.
Nico said that it was his least favorite JRPG.
Oh. That's okay.
That's fair.
He's just a wee baby. He doesn't get it.
You don't even know how old Nico is.
Probably like, I don't know, 5.
5? Nico started with the fighting words and Devin's responding in kind. Oops.
Please. I'm not having fun.
I understand now. It all makes sense. What were the fighting words that you didn't like Final Fantasy X? Devin took that personally. I'm sure Devin would guess your age, but he's too busy raging at this dungeon. They really do you dirty with this.
Please let me out.
Again. Oh, your last favorite. Okay. You're right. That's the least favorite. So you do like Final Fantasy X. I love it. It is good. After 10, I can't find another one that really comes close. They all get boring. Even 7? I haven't played 7, but I know that that's like the, it's a pretty well-loved Final Fantasy game. But I guess also part of the appeal of Final Fantasy VII is the, isn't so much that it's like the best Final Fantasy game, but it was the first Final Fantasy game to be in 3D. So it's basically like the Ocarina of Time of Final Fantasy. But the remakes of 7 are bloated salamanders. Yeah, that's fair. I do know, I mean, I haven't played it myself, neither the original nor the remake, but one of my streamer friends was playing the remake, and they did add a lot of things. Turning on the beat of the beeps. Hey Neri, how are you? How have your past 2 weeks been? I know I've seen you in ad streams, but streaming again.
Okay, he's back to streaming. Means I'm playing the game.
Yeah. I'm still talking though, and I'll be playing a game tomorrow. Do you think I should play Flower with the camera on or off? Because I did Journey with the camera off and the chat not on screen. I'm playing, well, I haven't streamed Flower yet. I streamed Journey before, but not Flower. Yeah. I'm doing good. Devin's got some good news. Thanks. Devin, what's your good news?
I got a second job. Yay, in a bakery.
In a bakery. Yeah, he got a bakery job. And he gets to make croissants. And eat them.
Yeah.
2 of his favorite pastimes. Seems like that type of game, I think. I agree. I mean, as much as I like having the camera on for extra effects, games like Journey and Flower are like very artistic, and I think it's best viewed in its full glory. Why don't I just make a tab button for you, Devin?
Yeah.
Or just
Well,
tell
this is
me
like the
tab.
only fairy that I can get in this room, so I have to keep making it respawn.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little hard for him to get used to right now, just because
Yeah,
he's working a night job and an early morning job.
I've done 2 jobs with this kind of scheduling before. I only have like 1 day that really like sucks to get through a week, so that's fine. And I get 3 days off in the week, so that's nice.
Yeah. The only fairy in this room I see 2. Well, it looks more like 4 to me. 2 jobs is brutal. I mean, I do gig work, so like I'm always working like multiple jobs, but not on the same day. I mean, I have done it before, and when I used to work at this outdoor amphitheater.
Stop.
Sorry. Well, why were you standing there?
Because I walked forward by accident.
Okay.
Alright.
Did I glitch? I don't think so. But yeah, when I used to work at the amphitheater. Sometimes I would be working like 16-hour days. And that was always, I mean, it was good money, but it was also really tough on my body. But it was also when I was the most fit. Now I'm back to, femboy twig type. I need to fix that. Oh, that's the emulator fast forward button, yeah. I'm just tabbing forward, so...
One more time. Just waiting on this floor takes frickin' forever.
Yeah.
Back at it.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme. Oh man, Devin, we should go to Krispy Kreme tomorrow.
Yeah.
We can go at any time, but they're I think the hours that you can see them making the donuts are like 9 to 11, I believe. 9 to 11 and like 5 to 7, I think. The hot light hours or whatever it's called. And Krispy Kreme donuts are always the best fresh. So we'll have to get up early tomorrow. I can have approximately one donut before I can't have any more. That's fair. I am one of those people that also has a low tolerance for sweets, except for donuts. And like, I guess there are also certain things too. I think if like the sweetness is done in a balanced way, I can handle it. But Krispy Kreme donuts, if you've ever had a fresh Krispy Kreme donut, it is heaven. It is heaven in my mouth. I do like heaven. Do you like heaven in your mouth, though? Just getting all that creamy white glaze on my mouth. Devin rolled his eyes. I can't do glazed donuts, that's fair. I know fresh baked shit when I see it. It kind of sucks that Dunkin' Donuts doesn't make any of their donuts in-house anymore. They're all made on like an off-site mega bakery. And then shipped in like at 2 a.m. Sometimes when I'm working shows really late at night, there's a train stop that's right around the corner, and there's a Dunkin' Donuts inside the train station. Sometimes if we're up late enough, we see the donut delivery guy. Ever had Pringle? Is that like a donut brand? I don't think I have. The last time I took Devin to Krispy Kreme, I got one of the we got some sort of meal plan where we could get like 4 donuts and like 2 coffees, and I got like one of the donuts was just like a regular glazed donut, and then Devin got like some other kind of donut that was like a Boston cream or something. It's a Danish pastry. Oh. I don't know if I have. But, I got just like the original glazed donut, and it was so warm. It was still warm. Like it had just come off the assembly line. It was so good. And Devin was regretting not getting like a plain glazed donut. I should look it up. Rachel donut. Pastry. Oh, that's interesting. That's not what I was expecting. I actually, it kind of does. It's like a Danish, but it's circular.
What does it look like?
Like that. My town is famous for making Mormons.
Mormons?
Are you from Salt Lake City? I think you mentioned that before. You're from Utah. But now I went to Salt Lake City, and it was kind of funny because there's a church street and there's a state street, and they do intersect. So we took a picture of it. Yeah, I'm at the intersection of church and state. Close. Somewhere in Utah, right? Or... yeah, it's like the jokes write themselves. Yeah, I can't really say I necessarily swam in the salt lake, because the salt lake is pretty shallow, and you're more like wading in it than you are swimming. But yeah, like you can go like really far out into the lake, and the water will still be like up to your knees, and it's very salty. You'll be finding grains of salt in your belly button, ears, and other crevices days after. You should. And if you don't want to splurge on a hotel, we do have a pull-out couch. It is a very firm couch, but it's definitely a place to sleep. It's like walking out of a wake of McDonald's French fries. Yeah, pretty much. Just over-salted. Nico, do you know what it is about Salt Lake, the Salt Lake, that makes it so salty? Like, is it... I assume it's
the
probably
salt.
Well, yeah, obviously it's the salt, but like, is it like minerals from like nearby volcanoes or mountains or something like that?
I think it's from glacial ice melt.
Glacial ice melt, yeah. Because it's too far inland to be like ocean water. You should bring some squeaky cheese curds. Ooh, yeah. I hear from stories, there's no outlet for it, so rivers flow in, which contains some salt, but there's no outlet to the ocean, so it just stacks over time. Ah, yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, I made it out.
You did. Do you want me to save?
Yeah.
I'll do a save state just for you. Devin made it out, and I'm proud of him. Illinois isn't very miraculous with its scenery or landscape or anything, but we do have a very large lake that looks like an ocean. Gotcha. So we ain't special. I mean, I guess I should say the Midwest in general, because the Midwest is very flat and not very, well, not as picturesque as some other parts of the U.S., like, you know, out west and whatever. But we do have big lakes.
Why do you do this to me?
Apparently, I don't know if this is like a recent thing, but I think Amtrak extended their train line from Chicago, and it goes all the way out to St. Paul, Minnesota, and it cuts through parts of Wisconsin. And I don't really know where specifically you live, Mary. Maybe you could see if there's any train stops on the Amtrak that are within reach. I know the last time Maddie came out here, he had to take the metro. I know it goes towards, like, there's a stop in Wisconsin Dells. It doesn't go very far north. It's mostly, like, the southern part of Wisconsin. Up into Minnesota. We have a friend that lives in Fond du Lac, and he would still have to go pretty far to reach Amtrak. Also depends on cost, yeah, that's true.
Oh, please, come here.
Don't make me go into the eye.
Please, save me.
One of these days we should go to Wisconsin Dells. Devin and I our anniversary is coming up in just a little over a month, and we're going to go camping. But we're going camping in Indiana. I was thinking of also, like, well, some other places that I was looking at were, like, Starved Rock in Illinois, and
Oh,
some
so
other...
they feed the rock.
Yeah. It's starving as much as macadamia is. But maybe next year we can either go to Wisconsin Dells or Starved Rock. We're going to Pokagon this year. In Engel, Indiana. We kind of wanted to get a cabin, but the thing about cabins is I think you need to reserve them, like, way ahead of time. And it's also cost more, obviously. We do have a tent. The tent that Devin has is pretty small, so we're probably going to take my dad's tent, which has, like, actually, it technically has 3 rooms in it, but it hasn't been used in, like, forever, so we do need to roll it out and wash it and kind of get the mildew out of it. Just go chop some wood and build one a la Minecraft. Yeah, right? Like Lincoln, just build a cabin with logs. Lincoln logs.
People in Illinois are just obsessed with Lincoln.
It's our only claim to fame. That isn't Chicago. I mean, I guess you could say the same thing about New Hampshire and the Old Man the Mountain. I mean, Old Man the Mountain fell off in like 2003, but they still
other
have them.
things. We also got Live Free or Die.
Yeah, you've got libertarians.
Ew.
Wisconsin's claim to fame is cheese. And those weird county roads signs that I don't know how to read. I'm gonna save scum. Okay. Like County B or County C or whatever, County F. Jeffrey Dahmer. That is true. Although Chicago, I'll one up you with I take your Jeffrey Dahmer and I will raise you an H.H. Holmes. And who was that other serial killer who was more recent that dressed as a clown? John Wayne Gacy. That was it. Oh, Devin, he's beautiful. Devin, you're beautiful.
Thanks.
A few hack broads from Wisconsin. Reverse Uno. Ed Gein. Ed Gein. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is he from Wisconsin? We have H.H. Holmes and John Wayne Gacy. Or had. Reverse Uno. Oh, they have to gate against Quaker Oats. I don't know, but I mean, is Quaker Oats from the Midwest? I thought it was like Pennsylvania or something. Yeah. Doesn't it have marshmallows? All you are Eastern people to me. Utah's Midwest. I've always seen Utah as the West, even though it's, I don't know, I mean, like, I guess it's kind of up for debate when, like, where the Midwest begins and the West, or where the Midwest ends and the West begins. The Midwest is Rocky Mountains. I thought it was, like, pretty much, like, Kansas is like as far west as the Midwest goes. It goes as far west as Kansas and as far east as Ohio. As far north as Michigan, the Upper Peninsula, and Minnesota. And as far south as Illinois. Indiana. Want me to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Two states from California, which is the West. When I think of the West, I think of like, you know, like westward expansion, like in, you know, the 1800s. We live right next to the Rocky Mountains. Lucky. I wish we lived next to mountains. We just get prairies. Excuse me. Prairies and the Great Lakes and cornfields. I want nonsense again, Gandalf. Oh yeah, what's the joke? John Denver took one look at the Rocky Mountains and said, "No, this is good," and formed Denver. I haven't heard that one. Whoops, hang on a second. Sorry. Fucking those bastards. I haven't heard that one, but I do know the whole joke about why the Vikings deemed Iceland, why they named the island that's more green Iceland and the island that's more ice green Greenland. It's because they want to confuse future explorers or something like that. Alright, have a good night, Maddie. And good luck, Devin.
Thanks.
Thank you for the wait, for the...
Nice.
Or try again.
Yeah.
If you've had one, just let me know. How do we meet? Well, I think Devin had been following my Radiata Stories blog for a while. I didn't really interact with me, but then I started Radiata Stories Amino, which isn't really around anymore. And then started talking to me through that. And so we just started talking more and more about Radiata Stories, and that's pretty much how we met. We met through Radiata Stories fandom stuff. Mutual fandom trouble. It's always good to date someone who you have mutual interests with. I always wonder, like, these relationships, and I feel like it's mostly just like teenagers who do this, where it's just like they'll be in a relationship with someone that they have like nothing in common with.
Hang on.
Okay. Want me to reload?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I need to find someone who likes Metal Gear as much as I do. Yourself a Metal Gear boy. I think Neri is referring to like not being able to date someone that you have nothing in common with. Sorry about that. I'm just gonna turn this down a bit. Sorry about that. Okay. Or have little in common with. Reload.
Hang on.
Oh no, you're good, man. Yeah, there's this one person that I know who I guess was dating somebody who was basically old enough to be their father. Yeah. And like adding on to that, I guess, well, I think after they got married, they came out as non-binary, and their husband, who like was just kind of like a boomer and didn't really understand the whole thing, and would still refer to them by like female pronouns and stuff like that. Just like, damn, this guy is like old enough to be your dad and doesn't even respect your, you know, even what you are. I don't know how I'd react if I want to switch genders. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, I would. But I guess it's one of those things where it's just like, probably don't know until it happens.
Fucking A.
But you did it.
I did.
You got through in, well, I wouldn't say one piece, but maybe a couple of fragments and pieces from the save state.
No, because nothing's gonna happen at this point. So
Yeah.
probably just gonna be, once we read through this, I think we'll be done for the night.
Yeah. I think this is the last boss before like the final dungeon area, right? Like the hydrate time. Thank you for the hydrate. I don't want to be supportive, but also like I like what I like. Yeah, that's totally fair.
I mean, I guess it ultimately just depends on how you handle it. You know,
Like, you know, I'll still support you as a friend, but
Yeah.
you know.
if you're straight and your partner decides to like transition, then like, I mean, if you're not gay, you're not gay. You know.
Okay, time to read.
Yes.
I appreciate your coming so far to rescue me. As I thought, you are the legendary hero. I have felt this from the first time we met. Dot, 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 dot. Ganon is waiting inside of his tower to pass through the gate linking the two worlds. Once Ganon enters the light world, it is unlikely that anyone can stop him. But if he stays in the closed space of this world...
She said if
She
he
sta-
stays in the closet.
I
I'll
read
be
it
like-
as that too. If you can find him wherever he roams. Now go to the Tower of Ganon. We will use our combined powers to break the barrier. Let's return to peace.
to break the barrier.
Let's return peace to this country without fail. Dot, 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 dot. Do you understand? Yes.
No.
Ah, finally. And you actually got through this whole stream, or you got through the boss without having to complete it in the next stream.
I did. I literally was on my last try before I was gonna be like, alright, I need a break.
Yeah.
Alright, so,
Save and quit.
yeah.
So, date someone who wanted to become a woman, but I was like, why did you tell me this after we got together? Yeah, I mean, I don't know how long you were together, but maybe they came to that conclusion after you guys got together.
Yeah, I mean, there's only one dungeon left after this, which is the final one, and I don't want to do like a whole other dungeon.
Yeah.
So, but next stream will be the end.
Yeah. Alright, well. That's the game over screen. Alright. That's the stream, guys. For now. We're gonna finish A Link to the Past next time we stream this game. Oops, sorry. Whoopsies. Cam only. There we go. I don't want to go to game over yet. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry, it's been like 2 weeks since I streamed. Sue me. So the next time we stream A Link to the Past might be a while. Unless we want to stream on a day that isn't Thursday. I don't know, maybe we can stream on a... I don't know. I guess we can figure it out. Because the next Thursday that we have available is August 1st. So it's going to be not just a 2-week break, but a 3-week break. So Devin's going to be rusty all over again.
Yeah. In the next couple of weeks, my schedule's weird because I have to cover shifts at my bar job. So.
Yeah.
Although I think I'm off next Saturday.
Yeah.
Do you work Saturday?
This Saturday? Yeah, I do.
No, not this Saturday. Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Wait. Yeah.
But I got a different game on the queue.
For next Saturday?
For next Saturday.
Okay.
It's
Well,
a secret.
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It says here,
Don't spoil it, Devin.
it says that we're going to play E.T.
E.T.?
The really shitty Atari E.T.
Okay.
that, like, ruined the game industry for, like, about, I don't know, 10 years.
Get your tetanus shot ready. Or the Tetris shot. Yeah. Tomorrow is Flower. As I mentioned before, that's it's made by the same developers as Journey. In fact, the game predates Journey, and it's very Journey-esque. Probably gonna do no face cam for that one. Might have to work on that one. That's fine. You can engage as little or as much as you feel. Yeah, it's not an MMO, so it's fine. It's a very relaxing game. So, Flower is going to be tomorrow night. Going to release next week's schedule on Saturday the 13th. No Shovelware Sunday because I'm working. And then we'll probably pick up on Link to the Past August 1st, maybe. We'll figure it out. We'll play it by ear. Anyway, whoa. So,
Oh god, her laser eyes.
yeah. Kitty. She's not gonna do it. Oh, there we go. But thank you all for joining me tonight. Devin has been through hell, but he made it through.
I
That's
don't
all.
like that dungeon.
No, he doesn't like that dungeon. But thank you all for hanging out with us. We'll see you tomorrow night for Flower and Howard the Duck on Monday for the movie night. Take care, everybody.
Bye.